Hello there. Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! It's 7 o'clock on Wednesday. How are you tonight? Yes, I'm a little tired. This weather is getting me. It's been cloudy for a couple days. I'm part of the sun. So, for tonight, we are talking about templates and Stamparatus and the Better Days calendar and how to use it. So I hope you find this helpful. Also have a couple things to share with you. Let me flip you around. Hold on. So I have to share. We finally, after like 14 years, got rid of the crazy blinds. So yay! And what else do I have to share with you? Let me pan down here. Tomorrow, only tomorrow, orders over 50 in the US, which we are, you get free shipping. Don't worry about the 50, honestly. I'll just combine stuff if need be, but free shipping, which actually is better than normal because in California, shipping is taxed. So if there's no shipping, there's no extra tax on top of it. So instead of it being 10%, it's more like 12. So just an easy thing. So if you need anything, also the last chance for the mini catalog is going on. So, hey Barb, how are you? So, let's see, without anything else, and if I sound raspy, sorry, I choked on water right before I started, so you gotta love it. You know, drink more water and then you choke. So, alright, so if you are joining me, please comment because I will be emailing out a template to use with the Stamparatus for the calendar. Okay, so with that being said, hold on a second. I'm gonna get you in the holder. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm about ready for the weather to break. I'll be honest with you guys. So it's been muggy and over 100. So I'm a little done with it. So alrighty, so for tonight, let me get this loaded up and ready to go. If you're on with me, please comment so I can get you this template that makes it so much easier to use the calendar in the days to remember. I always say Better Days aside. I don't know why. But anyways. Alright, so on my desk we are doing red, white, and blue. It's raining there. Wait a minute. You got rain? Cheryl, we're like down the street from each other. I don't have anything going on. So here we are. Yay! Okay. So for tonight, we're going to be making something similar to this, but different colors. Just wanted to let you know. Okay. So if you want these colors, I'm no longer sending materials, but FYI for you, because I don't know how true the colors are, it poured. Oh my gosh, we got like 10 drops. Gotta love the desert. All right, so the colors are, this is the thick basic white, pale papaya, and the soft succulents, okay? So that's this card. Oh, and then the gems are the 2021 to 2023 in Color Jewels that just came back in stock. Yes, I do have some packs if you need one. So, so there's that, okay? So we're gonna walk through this template and walk through everything else. So let me get to going on this. What else? I get some water, even though that's dangerous, right? So All right. So on my table, I have Brew Some Fun, simply because it had some party hats. So, and then obviously on my table, I have Days to Remember, so we can figure out how to work this thing. Okay? So, and I have scraps and all kinds of stuff. So I have a piece of thick, basic white cardstock cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored on the 8.5 side at 4 1/4. It's only 77 degrees. I still have air running, so it is what it is. So I also have Bashful Blue. It is Bashful Blue. Balmy Blue. Ooh, Bashful Blue was a few years ago. Sorry. Wow. All right, so Balmy Blue I have in a 3 by 3 square. I have a scrap of Balmy Blue. My goodness, I lost it there for a second. And this is just big enough to punch out with the double oval punch. Okay. Oh, if you want the oval occasion stamp set that went with it, then you need to get it, because on the 30th it's gone. So I've got Real Red. This is a scrap piece, believe it or not. And then I've got Real Red. This is embossed with the Bark 3D embossing folder. Hope you can see that texture. This is red, not orange, even though with the lights it's just how it is. So, and this is cut at 5 by 3 3/4, I believe. Yes. Sorry. So what happens when you choke right before you start, though? All right, so first things first, I'm going to run some Stampin' Seal down this. Now, tip for you. If your paper tears, peels off, whatever you want to call it, okay, and you're going this way and it starts to tear, smush it back down, turn it around, and go the other way. The fibers, for some reason, are just weak on that side, and you'll be fine, okay? So this is my red. Center it best you can. Try not to push down too much so you flatten it out, okay? You don't want to flatten that out. Got it? Let's see here. And I'm going to get my punches done. So my Real Red is going to have my scallop to it, right? Or am I opposite? Now I'm opposite. That's going in my bin. Yeah, okay. So my Bashful Blue is getting scalloped. Okay. And because we got to have the layers correct, right? So there you go. All right, and then I'm going to go down here and do my red. And since I had that backwards, I'm gonna grab some basic gray ink instead of red, and we'll be just fine. No problem. Okay. Onwards and upwards. Okay. So, the star of the show, Stamparatus, right? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I do need to ask you, happy birthday or it's your day? Which one should we do? Let me know, okay? So, let's see. Tell me in the comments which one I should do, so that way we are good, okay? All right, so for this setup, let me pull this apart. For this setup, happy birthday. Okay, gotcha. So for this setup, because it's photopolymer stamp set and there's not as much cushion and you have to bridge that gap that is between the platform and the hinge plate, you need your cushion that comes with Just make sure you've got your sharp corner in the side and your rounded one here so it fits correctly. Okay. Now, I have the grid paper that goes along with this. If you do not have the grid paper that goes along with this, not a problem. Grab a piece of blank copy paper, printer paper. So, not a problem at all, but all the measurements are on here, so it makes it stupid easy, right? So, so for the measurements, I'm going to walk through all this and we'll see what happens, huh? So, Sharpie lines, and hopefully you can see this. I'm pretty sure you can. I've put bottom and where the stitching is. Why did I put bottom? So if it goes like this, I know which way the lines go, because I'm not going to remember if the stitching went on the top or the bottom. It's just not going to happen. In 6 months, when I go to do this again, it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to remember. So I figured I'd make it easy and put bottom. So, all right. So this whole thing you are doing in a 3-inch square. Now, I didn't start it at 1 inch because I didn't want it that close to the edge. When it's that close to the edge, that hinge, it's a little bit harder to stamp. Now, if you're way down here, why is it harder to stamp? Because then you're possibly going off the edge. So I just wanted to stay in the meat of my platform. But up to you on where you start. You could start at 1.5, you could start at 2.5, it really doesn't matter. But you're using the entire crossways section, okay? And it's a 3-inch square that works best with the calendar and everything else. So 3 inches, right? So I took a ruler and I did my Sharpie at the 5-inch mark, and I did my Sharpie at the 2-inch mark. Here's the why. Because then when I put my stamp here, okay, I can make it work anywhere in this and slide it. Okay? So there you go. Got it? And then, you know, you're going to be keeping this between the 2 red lines, and then the templates are going to move up and down. I hope this makes sense. If not, we'll get there. So let me close this up and explain the templates really quick. So I have 2 templates here. It's actually 1 cutout, but it is what it is, right? So the cutout is from the rectangle stitches, and I'm trying to remember the measurement. The hole for the rectangle is 1 3/4 by 2 5/8. I believe it's the 3rd one from the non-skinny rectangles. We'll see if that makes sense to you. So anyways, so you want to do this a tiny bit off center, so you have room, because there's always one side of the calendar that has a whole bunch of stuff, numbers wise, and then another side which barely has any. Okay, so you want to do this off center. I might have been a tiny bit too far to the left, but you definitely want it to not be centered, because then it will compensate for the calendar. Okay, and then I just kept this middle piece because if you've got 30 days, 28 days in a month, hey look, I've got a mask already. Okay, and then you just wipe these off, whether you rinse them in the kitchen sink, bathroom sink, whether you wipe them down with a chamois. I would not recommend necessarily baby wipes, but you still can, no problem. It's just their window sheets, and sometimes the cleaning agent in baby wipes gets these a little bit filmy, and that's why. So just FYI for you. So that is the template you want to keep with everything. Okay, let's see here. So if I pull this up, okay, and we've got our piece down here. Now I haven't put any stamps, I'm just talking through how all this goes. Got it? So the bottom here is where I put the bottom of my template. And this is going to be, hold on, if I can keep everything lined up. Normally we're going to do the magnet, right? So, but right now I'm just showing you. So I'm going to grab here and I'm going to put my window sheet at the bottom where it says bottom. Okay, why is that? Because when I stamp my calendar right here, hey, guess what happens? It all lines up perfectly. Yay! Okay, now I'm going to put this down here because if my calendar didn't get cleaned perfectly, I can still line up my stamp, ink it up, do everything, pull this off, and be fine. If for some reason there's a little bit of brown, a little bit of purple, whatever, and you put it down and you've got all these nice shadows, guess what happens? You get to cut another square. So what I would do is just lay this inset in so when you're dry fitting everything and your stuff isn't perfectly clean, not a problem. Okay, so you're going to put your magnet down and you're going to do this. Got it? So far so good? Yes, I hope so. All right, now all right, so now when you're done with that, these two lines, these two skinny lines, and if you want to write in here you can, but it's up to you. Okay, these two skinny lines is where your days go. Days, your days of the week. Okay, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday through Sunday, depending on what you want. Okay, and then this is where your month goes. Okay, I hope that helps you. So let's get to stamping and get one done so you can see how this works. Okay, all right, so I want to go towards the middle of this and I'm gonna put my template over, well, maybe not. And since this is a red, white, and blue, do I have any more birthdays? Oh, I have tons of birthdays in July. Yay! Okay, got it. So I'm gonna line up my bottom here, and then you wanna just center side to side, right? And then I'm gonna put my magnet. If I can remember the words. Okay. Well, this is a mess. This is not good. It looks like I dropped it. I might have, huh? So let me get things squared back away here. All right, so I'm gonna need my days of the month. I'm gonna need my calendar. Do you see this calendar and how big it is? Yes? Okay, so I'm gonna teach you how to use it, okay? Let's see. And then because I'm doing birthday, I'm gonna do a little bit of stars and I'm gonna do a little bit of balloons. And we're also gonna do some party hats. Where did those, you know what? No, I'm not. And here's the reason why. This is red cling instead of the photopolymer. So I don't want to have to replace cushion and all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm looking at my calendar and July 1st is a Thursday, right? So what we're going to do is dry fit this, and I'm going to stick this up here. Now, I'm a Sunday through Saturday girl. If you want to be on Monday through Sunday, go for it, okay? So the first is a Thursday. So I'm going to line that up under my Thursday. Got it? So far, so good? Okay. So now I'm going to grab here and I'm going to push, push, push. I forgot to put my template down, didn't I, guys? Oh, well. Too late now. All right, so this moved a tiny bit, so we're just going to cinch it back down and it'll be fine. Get that on the bottom. Okay, good. All right, so now I'm going to be stamping this in my I think I'm gonna do gray and do my little circles in red, but it's up to you. You know what? No, I want dark blue. My gosh, I can't make up my mind. Hey, Lise, how are you, hun? So, let's see here. All right, so make sure that's all stuck down, okay? And now what we're going to do is I'm gonna grab and I'm going to ink. Sorry if this is off camera. I'm going to ink my calendar, and then I am going to push down. Now, one of the tips I had was, if you have a dry erase or chalkboard eraser, to use that to smooth everything out. Up to you though. Oh look, because of the magnet, guess what happened? Things did not stamp right. And I've got stuff going all over the place, huh? So what I'm going to do is wipe some of this off without getting it on my cardstock. Okay. And I'm going to take my magnet. It inked okay down here, so I'm going to take my magnet and put it down there. And then I'm going to ink again. And then I'm going to flip again. It's one of the great things about Stamparatus is I can do it again and again and again. The only bad thing is, my gosh, that one is not because of the magnet, I think. The only bad thing is, if you push too hard, you gotta start over. But look at that, how perfect, right? Let me wipe some of this off, making sure not to get it on my cardstock. Okay, so we're gonna toss that to the side. Keep this as still as possible. Put that down. Okay, and then like I said, afterwards, just rinse that off, no problem. Okay, all right, and hope and pray that it doesn't get all over you, but chances are, what? Okay, I will probably have inky fingers by the end of this. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab my Sunday through Thursday, or Sunday, it starts on a Thursday. Sunday through Saturday, and I'm going to place it here. Notice I have my window sheet down. Here's the great thing about this. I put it down here, and then guess what? I can move this around. And then when I have it placed, I leave this, and I do this. Look at all that nice blue all over the place. Okay. And then I just have to peel off my window sheet. Kind of makes it simple, right? So now we're gonna grab, now before I had problems with the in-betweens, so I want to make sure to not push too hard, and if I have to do it a second time, I can do that. But yeah, tiny bit more right there. There we go. Okay. So that is our, now if you don't want to touch this stuff, have extra hinge plates and, or, you know, have it on the back side so you can pull it out, flip it around. It's up to you on what you do, but, let's see. So this was July. That's May. I'm like, these are hard to see. All right, so this is July. Remember, if you want to dry fit without it being all over the place, you do that with the template. Okay. Yeah, definitely. My 31 did come out, but if you don't want 31, what you would do is grab this and just cover your 31, your 29, 30, 31, whatever you need to mask. Okay. So that's what you're gonna do. And I'm just inking up my July, and we're gonna stick that down here. And look how perfect that came out. Happy, 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 yay! Okay, So that is the template for this, you guys. I hope that helps you. I'm going to finish this card now, but I wanted to just give you a heads up on what all this entails. So, all right, so I'm going to do a little bit of red and let's see here. Let me get a block. Yes, it's a huge block for just my star, but it is what it is. So let's see. So are you guys understanding this? The template's fairly easy to understand once you get it, but you do have to get it. So my stars are going to be in bumblebee color. And I'm just scattering some because it's July, right? 4th of July, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, got it. So, okay, I've got a nice pile of stamps to clean. It'll be all right. And now I'm going to clean off my stamp and I'm going to grab my balloons and I'm going to do some balloons here. Just to have a couple of balloons since it is gonna be a birthday. Okay. Let's see here. How many more? I don't know. Okay. So, maybe one more over there. Okay. So that's what I have so far. And then forgot I need to grab my little circle and a teeny tiny block. One sec. It is a touch bit lighter, but it'll be okay. So I have my little circle, okay? And let's see, what birthdays do I have? I have 2 on the 6th. So we're gonna do a little circle around the 6th. Isn't that cute? Okay. So let's see, and then I gotta, where did my ovals and all that go? So I'm gonna stamp in Night of Navy instead of the gray to tie all this in together, and we're gonna stamp the happy birthday, and then we're just gonna assemble, no problem. Right? So, let's see, happy birthday is right here. If you want your stuff perfectly straight, put it on your grid. Put it on your grid and then grab, okay? It works almost every time. So there's my happy birthday. Go straight down, no rocking, hold it for a couple seconds. Because believe it or not, when that ink goes into your paper, guess what happens? It doesn't smear or it doesn't go fuzzy. It actually makes a crisper image. So you want to give it a couple of seconds to get everything together. Okay? So now we're gonna grab all our pieces and parts and we're just gonna glue them together. What do you guys think about this? I think it's super, super cute. And once you figure it out, not a problem. Really not a problem, right? So I'm just grabbing my Stampin' Seal Plus, attaching. Ooh, that's a little bit crooked. Let's move it just a tiny bit since I haven't smacked it down yet. And then on the back side, I'm gonna grab the edge of my dimensionals. Don't forget about your borders. Those work too. Okay. And look how cute that is. We do need some bling though. We definitely need some bling. Don't forget that there's some bling going out. The heart embellishments are one. I'm trying to remember what else, but just pay attention because there's a lot changing right at the moment. Okay, so these are our blue backed adhesive. These got carried over from the last holiday. Still love them. They look a little crazy on the back side, but front side it's gorgeous. So that's what I have for you. Look how different they look. And this is what happens when you push too hard, right? So, not a problem. But that is what I have for you tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Follow me, stampingwithjohnny.com. And have a great evening. Do not forget, free shipping tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.